Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jeanette Chanel and Edward Webb. Mr. Webb, you look very dapper, and I know that is a complete outfit. However, the hat must go. Right. Thank you very much, sir. I enjoyed the moment, though. It was pleasurable. Ms. Chanel and Mr. Webb, you two have been together for, get this, Joe, 21 years.
Yes.
You have a 17-year-old daughter together. But for some reason, you can't live in the same house more than 3 days without having a major meltdown. You have got your marriage license that you have brought to me,
right,
which you have given me permission to either return to you or tear up, given my findings with respect to the nature of your union. You have also filled out a before your vows test. And Ms. Chanel, you've said one of the deepest things I've ever read in one of these compatibility tests since I've been doing them, and we will get to that momentarily.
Yes, ma'am.
But before we do, I'm going to find out a little bit about your relationship, why you love each other, but why after 21 years you're still together but can't get married. And you want to get married, because obviously the dress is here. so you ready to walk down the aisle. You're just trying to get him to go with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Chanel, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me about your relationship, what's good about it, and what the problems are?
Well, I met Eddie. He's been a long time ago, but however, Eddie and I have been together, like I say, 21 years. However, Eddie is good when Eddie is good, but when he's bad, he's bad. With the cheating, I can't deal with it.
I will get to you, Mr. Webb.
Eddie, like for an example, one night I couldn't rest. So I'm driving my car, and I happen to look around. His van is in the alley this time of night. So I parked my car. I'm inspecting now. You know what I'm saying? I'm inspecting gadgets. So I'm sitting. I waited there for like 2 or 3 hours. I see Ed and this woman. Wow, I say, what is he trying to do here? So I confronted Eddie. Eddie told me, get over it. Get over it? Who does that? Yeah. Next time, for another example, Your Honor, me and my daughter was riding around. We see Eddie at the convenience store, right? Oh, just hugged up, kissing a woman.
Your Honor, that's not true.
Mr. Let me ask you this. The cheating that you catch him doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And it appears that you actually do see it.
Yes.
Has it been going on throughout the 21-year relationship, or was this something that happened in the beginning? Something
it would
that
happen
is
in the
periodic?
beginning, the middle, and the latter.
All through.
Okay.
No, that's not true.
Mr. Webb, why don't you respond to that?
Your Honor, basically, it's true that we weren't committed.
We weren't committed.
We weren't committed in our early relationship, in the early days of our relationship.
Right.
But as time went on, I have been a person of integrity. So, I mean, some of the things that she's possibly mentioning now were done in the past, way like 10, 20 years ago.
Eddie, don't you bring your... Eddie, stop. Eddie, Eddie, don't you come in here with that boy. Eddie, it's been 22 years, brother. It's been 22 years. You can have as much faith, intellect, and integrity. Shout out to the home team. You can have all of that. But it ain't going to erase the cheating, Eddie. Eddie, stop lying. Eddie came in here with the bullshit, and we not having it. This a good woman right here. She seemed knowledgeable about the situation. I'm on her side. Man. Eddie look crooked. Eddie look like he probably, the stereo really wasn't this stereo, but he showed you the stereo because he found the stereo, but it was in the parking lot of the... Eddie, All right, Eddie.
Mr. Webb, when was the last time that you had an inappropriate, intimate relationship with a woman other than Ms. Chanel?
About 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yes.
So for the last 15 years, you've been honest and faithful. There's no confusion. There's no. There's no.
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. He's gonna clarify for me. Go ahead,
because I beg to differ.
Yeah, basically, she has never caught me doing anything. I mean, all she does is accuses me of different things.
The fact that she hasn't caught you is very different from the fact that you haven't done it. Right. Which one is it? She hasn't caught you, or you haven't done it?
I haven't done it. I've been innocent. I'm a person of integrity. I feel that.
Having said that, I think that it leads me to my next question, which I found interesting in your papers, was that you've never really been sexually satisfied by Mr. Webb?
No. It's like, come on. It's like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, come
It's
on,
too
Eddie.
quick.
Too quick, yeah.
That's it. That's what we say. It's too quick.
Too quick. Come on, we women, we need to be caressed. We need time.
No, Your Honor, that's not.
Mr. Webb,
that's
you
not
may
the way-
respond, sir.
Jeanette is a type of person like, get it and hair up and get finished and go. And she's just not satisfied. I mean, there are times I've laid in the bed waiting on Jeanette to make love. She'll say, Eddie, give me a few minutes. And she'll walk out, and all of a sudden, I'm waiting in the bed about an hour or two. Jeanette hadn't gotten back yet. Net being there mopping the floor and raking the yard and stuff like that.
Man, Eddie, you bullshit. Man, okay. It'll be slippery. Don't fall. Don't. We'll be there together. We'll be there together. We all mopping. We gonna mop again after we finish the mop, cause the mop ain't never need to be mopped in the first place, and she know it. And she know it, bro. The problem with Eddie is, I'm telling you, bro, and it's a lot of our problem. We gotta be the one to create that. You gotta create that. Yeah, it's nice, and I get it. Sometimes you wanted to come and just goddamn jump out the attic and rocket ship to you, and all. I get that. I understand that. But again, bro, with the ladies, you gotta massage that in there. Massage that in there. Massage that in there. If she in there washing the dishes, bro, I'm tired. Focus on the dishes, whatever she got going on in her mind, you be cool with it. You ain't got allowed or nothing like that. You ain't gotta do that to her, bro. You ain't gotta do that to her. Just something, bro. You figure that out. You figure that part out. But what I'm saying, only thing that I'm saying is you gotta create. Maybe she ain't wanting in the bed that day, bro. Maybe she ain't wanting in the bed. I'm telling man, fellas, listen, man. Just be cool. Be cool and go with it. Be cool and go with it. I'm telling you, man, relax. Relax.
I just give you time to build up.
Go back to the financial aspect, Miss Chanel. What's happening in that arena?
Eddie won't want to give me $10, you know, like a bill is due. Eddie talk about he ain't got no money, he ain't got but $10.
Let me say that anything that happens to Jeanette, I have taken care of. When a car breaks down, she runs to Eddie.
Because you took him to
when the bills are late.
Hang on, Miss Chanel.
When the bills are late, she runs to Eddie. You know what I mean? Every little situation occurs. I've been with Jeanette for 20 years, and I haven't seen her with over $50 in her pocket. She's always broke. So I'm always taking care of everything that she's involved with. I do all I can.
So you feel she has no reason to claim that you are not a good provider?
That would be an unfair statement to say that I haven't put all I had. That's why I'm broke today almost.
Well, why do you, so far you haven't given me any specific information would make me believe that he's not a good, because you don't live in the same house. So what is it you owe, you believe he owes you that he hasn't paid?
He owes me a lot. For emotional distress, he owes me.
Don't you come here with that bullshit. I'm telling you, bro, it look good on paper. It look good on paper, but we ain't know that. We ain't know that. What song is this? I bet you y'all know what song it is. And if you know what song it is, put it in the comment. He said, word to mother, I knew that her peoples was shiesty. I used to mess with her cousin, but you ain't know that. But you ain't know that. Y'all know what that is. Yeah, that you ain't living in the same house. I got my bills. You got your bills. You do what you got to do, and I'll see you when I see you. And I see you when I see you. After 21 years, I don't know. They different. They different. I don't know where they're from. But can y'all do that? Can you imagine living or being married to another person and never living with them for 21 years, 24 years or something like that? Like, damn. I don't know. Maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's create space and when y'all do meet each other, not meet each other, but when y'all do see each other, y'all, super excited to see each other. I don't know, but that's a different dynamic. But it did work. It did work. So I don't know, but yeah, that's a good one. I like this one. It's a good one.
Listen, Judge, when we have bills, right? Okay, granted, I live alone. Granted, I'm taking care of children. Granted that, okay, if I need help on a little water bill, or if I need help to
Well,
buy...
let me ask you this. Does he pay child support for your daughter?
That's not true. I have, from day one, from my daughter and all her daughters, I helped raise her 2 other daughters from previous relationship, and also my daughter. And anything that they needed, I have been able to provide and stuff like that. I also have, basically, I've done everything I possibly can to help Jeanette financially.
Well, let me ask you this. With respect to the daughter that you have in common, have you two both been good parents? Do you have any complaints with respect to the manner in which you have done that together, even though you've been separate for 21 years?
I'll say this here. My daughter's pregnant right now because of what Jeanette has done as far as condoning the relationship that I asked her not to let my daughter involve herself in.
Don't even blame me.
Miss Chanel, he seems to blame you for your daughter's pregnancy. Why don't you, hang on, why don't you tell me how you see the situation?
Okay, my daughter is a straight A student, honor roll student. She's a beautiful young girl. Okay, here it is, she's 17 years old. This is when I found out later on they hadn't been seeing each other.
Let me say this to you, Mr. Webb. If you're there every day, all the time, with the support, this is what a man does. This is all the hoops a man has to jump through to get to you. If you raise that bar high, it helps. You do the best you can, but you cannot lay that blame on her.
I'm not necessarily
laying the blame on her.
To the extent
that you weren't there, that lies with you as well. And then sometimes kids just do whatever.
Right, they do whatever. They're gonna do whatever.
Tell me about the wedding dress.
Eddie and I supposed to have got married in November the 16th, 2007.
Yeah.
Eddie, we went, I paid money for everything, the place, everything. I paid the money for the dress. Eddie, we went to get the flower. Eddie sitting up there acting all stupid. The lady asking questions, Eddie was responding. So the lady said, well, okay, let's go. So we went down to he was hungry. I done spent all this money for this dress and you were hungry, so he told me, well, I ain't got no money. I ain't finna get married or do nothing now.
Did you do that?
No.
Yes.
Woman had the dress on and everything, and your excuse for not marrying her is you were hungry.
Jeanette, I have produced where I have approved of us basically getting married.
Yeah, I got that. You brought it with you. I got it.
I've told Jeanette, let's go down and get married. She'll tell me to go on down there by myself. You know what I mean? Going on down to the courtroom by myself.
Eddie, come on, Eddie. You got to cut it off. Eddie, you got to... Don't do that. She got a whole... Eddie, it ain't no getting around that, brother. If she ready and she got her fit, why you ain't got your fit, bro? Why you ain't got your fit? I mean, all right, it's cool if you don't want to, then just say that. Then just say that and keep it 100 with it. But all of that, out. You know what I mean? Sit up here and tell me we had a whole everything planned and the day up. Well, I ain't gonna put my bad, Eddie. My bad, Eddie Tug. That's on me. But you walk out on me. That you just gotta tell me one time. It's been too long. She said that was in 2007. Y'all remember where y'all was at in 2007? I was in Baltimore, Maryland in 2007, bro. I ain't gonna tell y'all what school I was at, but I was, that Reese. Nah, I wasn't. I was a hot man. I was putting up numbers, and on the field, in the mall, when I walk on. I was putting up in 07, bro. I was doing numbers, man. Yeah, bro, I was 07. I was 20 years ago. So you mean to sit up here and tell me, Eddie, you've been... All right. And he did it. Let's just keep it 1,000. He did it. Fellas, we didn't all been there. We didn't been out all... I'm talking about she got you out all fucking day. All day. It's a good dress, but it don't match the hairstyle. It's a good dress, but it don't match the hair color. It's a good hair color, but it showed too much on the dress, but it's a good dress, but it... You done went to the food court 4 times. You done got 2 pretzels, a Slurpee. You damn near ready to faint because you done ate so much food you walk around with. Gotta do it. goddaughter, man. Hey, I digress.
Did you do that?
No,
Yes.
Yana,
Woman had the dress on and everything, and your excuse for not marrying her is you
yeah,
you were
Jeanette,
hungry.
you know, Yana, I have produced where I have approved of us basically getting married.
Yeah, you know, I got that. You brought it with you. I got it.
I've told Jeanette, let's go down and get married. She'd tell me to go on down there by myself. You know what I mean? Going on down to the courtroom by myself. So, you know, that's why I produced that little marriage license to show you that I've put my name on the bottom line. So, I mean, and I asked her to marry me.
I told you to go on down there by yourself. That was after the fact.
So how many times have you guys set a date and not kept it?
This second time.
Okay.
And this was the second time on his birthday is because we was going in the wintertime, you know, that's why I got a long dress. So after then, I guess Eddie do stuff to try to make up when the damage has been done.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when he gonna go out down.
I'm gonna
get
do
that
this
marriage
just
license.
quickly. I want to go to the before your vows test because basically it says what you've told me here, but you said something I just thought was deep. I asked you, is there something your intended should probably know before you marry them that they don't know about? And do you recall your answer?
No, ma'am.
I do. Yes. I have a hatred towards him for many years. What did you mean by that?
Because the way that Eddie have what he's done to me, all the broken promises, the lying, the cheating, nothing concrete. You know, I go out my way. You know, I went to college. Eddie wasn't even there at my graduation. You know, you inspire me. No, you don't inspire me.
Well, what does your daughter think?
My daughter think that I shouldn't marry Eddie.
Does she tell you why?
Yeah, she said, well, Mama, my daddy, he ain't gonna treat you good. My dad, you know, you do all this here stuff. When you be at my practices, my cheerleading, you be at my school when I be having recitals, you be everything. You work 2 jobs, you go to college, you work
Jeanette,
a part-time job.
me?
But what about, my dad don't ever be there. He always talk about his friends.
That's not true, Jeanette.
Your response to that, Mr. Webb? Do you
Yana,
know whether or not your daughter does support your marriage to her mother?
Well, my daughter possibly is not on my side right now.
Now, why is she not on your side?
Maybe because I don't condone the situation that she's in right now.
You think it's solely because of her pregnancy?
My daughter has been able to ask me for anything, and I tried my best to provide it for her. You know what I mean? All through her years, if Jeanette would attest to the truth, if Jeanette would attest to the truth, Jeanette will know that I haven't been a person, and since Jeanette has been knowing me, to say no to anything if it's been within my powers.
Here's where we are, and here's where we're going to be. Marriage is supposed to make you feel better.
Right.
Not getting married makes you feel good, but the marriage itself is supposed to envelop you, comfort you, make you feel strong, well, and protected. I don't think Mr. Webb can do that for you.
Okay.
I think that he's demonstrated that over 21 years that he's not going to do that for you. I think a lot of women hold on to the idea of, I need to get married, that it is the end result. It is the prize. Getting married, not the prize, if the relationship that you get into does not fulfill you and make you happy. You've said you can't live together more than 3 days without having a major blowout. Why would you want to solemnize that? Why would you want to make that? It doesn't make you any less. You didn't lose. You're not a spinster. We don't do that anymore. You're a strong woman with a young lady. You need to work with a little bit, but you've said you've gotten better. You said you've gone to school. That's enough. We always think, no matter what we do, if I didn't nail down the guy, I'm a little bit less than. That is not true. You are more than. And you just are.
Thank you, Your Honor, because he always makes me feel like I'm not. He always got to put me in this competitive way.
And I hear what you're saying, and I hear it from a lot of women. He points out what I don't do well, but he ignores everything I do well.
Right.
And you never feel quite good enough, and you're always feeling like you're running after his approval and affection. And that's what you don't need it. You've done well without it. You walk on and you stroll on, and if you stop looking at him, you might see somebody else. And somebody who stroll on, and if you stop looking at him, you might see somebody else. And somebody you stroll on, and if you stop looking at him, you might see somebody else. And somebody who's going to stroll on, and if you stop looking at him, you might see somebody else.
Ladies, I love y'all. I love y'all. And this the part. Y'all might get close. Come on, bring it in a little bit. Get close to your TV. Y'all been putting me on the TV. Get close to your TV. Button that up. You got to button that up before you go. You don't have to button it up, but it's... Ladies. Ladies, man, listen, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself on this one. Me, I get it. I understand. Ain't nobody perfect. You're not perfect. We all make mistakes, but it's the part where you get stuck in that I'm gonna keep making the same mistake and keep doing the same mistake and keep doing the same mistake, where it's like that's what you like. That's what you like. Now, like the judge said, and I appreciate her for doing that, because a lot of the times, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because, all right, you done gave it your all, and I'm being honest. You know, you done got into, you know, doing different things, some things you probably ain't never do, some things that you probably ain't never want to do, some things that you probably won't tell nobody that you did. For your dude, you rocking what you do. All right, that's my dude. I mean, wash the clothes, Lord, shit streaks in the drawers. You ain't telling nobody about that, man. It was crazy. I'm like, nah, we don't need, no, but... I'm being honest, bro. You're holding it down. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do. And then you get rocked. And it's like, damn, like, why it ain't work? What happened? Or what I did wrong? Or why that happened to me? Or how that go that way? Or why it go that way? Man, I'm going to tell you a lot of the times, it ain't even why guy advice. That's just the guy advice. This Uncle Undefeated advice. It is what it is. That's just how it went. It's going to be what it's going to be. Not saying that it ain't going to hurt. I ain't saying that tearing that Band-Aid off of that wound ain't going to hurt. It is. Then that wound going to be fresh, and then it's going to get the little black, you know, the little, no, not black, but the skin start to come back, and then you get your little scab on top of it, and then you heal up. But it ain't nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of the time, the ladies, they going toward the opposite of me. They going to the opposite of me. They going toward defeated, already defeated. For, oh, well, I can't really do anything, so it's like you just exist. You just trying to exist. And like it or not, I'm going to be honest with y'all. That's another secret too, ladies. We can feel that. We can see that. We can understand that. Like, we have brains. I have a brain. I can pick up on the fact that, all right, cool, like, she's here, but mentally she not here. Like, we not crazy. It just, to me, I just feel like in my personal life, it just has a way. Honesty, if you telling the truth or not, it's going to come out. Everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. I promise you that. But like I say, all in all, we all made mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect. And it is nothing wrong with hitting the reset button. Nothing wrong with hitting the reset button. We get blessed every day to be able to start over. You can start over if you feel like it's fucked up. I don't want to do it reasonably later. Y'all being Undefeated said, get the fuck from on. Undefeated said, I don't need to be. Nah, we ain't. Don't put me on that poster. Reasonably, if it's reasonable, okay. Y'all look good, man, ladies. I be saying y'all in the comments, y'all fine. I'm telling you, bro. I might do a pop-up every city, man. Y'all let me know if y'all want the city to city pop. I'm just coming through. We ain't gotta do too much. We can go grab something to eat real quick, kick it, show me to the museum or something like that. You know what I mean? Go fishing, take me to the lake house, take me into the water. Not deep water. Y'all get one up. Ladies, it's cool. Like, it's all right. Fine ass out there, girl. Not that hard, fella. Yeah, right there.
in somebody who's going to do right by you and not take 21 years to do and give you what you need. And if you never get, listen, I got a sister, year older than me. I'm the family failure. She's a brain doctor, never been married, and none of the guys she don't want it now. She's having more fun than I am on a daily basis. It's okay. It's okay. Don't look at it. Mr. Webb, you should have done better by her. You should have been an uplifting thing instead of something that she was chasing, flying in the wind and around with the other women. You should have been at home taking time with that daughter, not buying her the stuff that she wanted, but giving her what she needed in terms of time and attention, and filling up her empty hours and telling you what man she should be. Not a specific guy, but you should have started telling her when she's 8, this guy ain't no good, no guy is actually good for you ever. You don't need, you know what I mean? You tell that lie long enough until she believes it's true. So whoever it is, no, it's not fair to her. It's not fair to her at all. You get up, you go out there, and you do well. You are a successful woman to the extent that you achieve, and you are happy. And I hereby order you to believe you are successful, because in fact you are. This matter is adjourned.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.